Hi, I'd like to welcome you to Kathy's Creole Kitchen today. Today we're going to be making bread pudding, and the main ingredient to bread pudding is, of course, French bread. So I've got a fresh loaf right here. And what we're going to do is we're going to cut it up into little 1-inch cubes because that's the best size for it. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take it and cut it into slices, about 1-inch slices, and then I'm going to cube it. So I'm going to do this like that. We're doing in 1-inch cubes, and it doesn't matter that they're not pretty because they're going to be smushed up in the mixing bowl to get the pudding consistency that we need. So I'm just showing you that I'm going to cut that up, and I'm going to give you the rest of the ingredients. First thing you're going to need is a 16-ounce loaf of French bread. You need a cup of raisins. I prefer golden raisins, so that's what I have, golden raisins. I have a cup of chopped up parched pecans, 1 cup of sugar. I have 3 eggs, but they're going to be separated. You're going to do the yolks in one bowl, and then you're going to do the whites in another bowl. And also we're going to have heavy cream, and that's going to be enough to moisten. I can't quite tell you. We'll start off with 1/4 of a cup, and then we'll see how it moistens up. But I'm going to cut the bread up, and after I get the bread all cut up and we're ready to get the ingredients all together, I'll be right back with you. Okay, as you can see, I have cut up the French bread into cubes. I have separated the egg yolks from the egg whites. So we're going to start mixing this and see how this works out. We're going to start with a 1/4 cup of heavy cream. You want heavy cream because it just holds it together better. It tastes better. So we're gonna start off with a 1/4 cup of heavy cream. We're gonna put it all in there to moisten it up a little bit. Let's see. Get it in there. Okay. Then we're going to put the egg yolks, but I think what I'm going to do is beat up the egg yolks a little bit just so they're separated and everything. So I'm going to pour those in there because that helps moisten it. Get it all in there. Get all the egg yolk in there. Just kind of move it around a little bit. Okay. Then we're going to put the pecan pieces in it. 1 cup of pecan pieces parched. I'm going to put the raisins, 1 cup of golden raisins. I mean, if you like the other kind of raisins, you can use them, but I always bake with golden raisins. Anytime I'm baking something, I've got golden raisins in it because they just taste better to me and they plump up better. And then 1 cup of sugar. My sugar looks a little brown because I use organic sugar. So like I said, anytime I can use something organic, that's what I do. So we're gonna mash this up in here, and as you can see, it's not very moist. So we're gonna try another 4 ounces of heavy cream. So let's just put this all in there because the bread just kind of soaks it up. So let's get this in there. See how that works out. Oops. Try to mix it in there. You really have to do the heavy cream a little at a time because you don't want to over moisten this. It's just looking so wonderful. Oops, I think that was my piece of bread I was eating, so let's just break it up. I accidentally mixed it in there with the bread pudding. So it's not quite as moist as I would like it because we still have to fold in the egg whites. So let's put another, about another 3 ounces. So that's a total of a cup already. We've got a cup we've put in here, a cup of heavy cream. It may need a little more. So let's kind of whoosh it around in here. I'm thinking that I'm gonna need more heavy cream because it's looking still a little bit dry to me. So let me get some more heavy cream out of the fridge. Of course, you always have to shake it up because heavy cream separates. Let's open it up and try another couple of ounces and see how that works out. Get it all around in there. Looking good. Get it mixed in there. It's coming. It's looking a little moister now. That's a good thing because we still have to add the egg whites. Ooh, look at that yumminess there. All the pecans and the sugar. It's just looking wonderful. And you have to preheat the oven 350 degrees. I might have forgot to tell you that, but make sure you preheat your oven 350 degrees. I think we're gonna have to have another 2 ounces. So far that's a cup and a half of heavy cream. Okay. Now let's see how that looks. That looks so good now. It looks delicious. Yummy. It's moistened up now. Let's see if it's moist enough. Gonna roll around this. Probably need a bigger one. Looks lovely. But you know what? I think I'm just gonna go ahead and do a whole nother 4 ounces of heavy cream. So that'll be a total of 2 cups of heavy cream, and I think that'll do the trick. So let's close that up. Put that in there. And let's just put this right in here. Oh, that looks so good. If it didn't have the raw egg in it, I'd be tempted to eat some of it right now. Yes, there we go. It's gonna make a lovely kind of custard. It's gonna blend together and make custard so it's all moist. Like I said, it took 2 cups of heavy cream. Yes, it's looking wonderful. See how beautiful that looks? Oh, it looks delicious. So, got that in there like that. And now we're going to beat the egg whites a little bit. Just aerate them a little. Get it in here a little bit. We got other people in the background talking. So I apologize for that, but here we go. Now we're gonna fold in the egg whites. Very nicely. Beautiful, it's looking beautiful. Yum-alicious, look at that. Look how good that looks. That is wonderful, wonderful looking. It's beautiful. Just look at that. It's all wet with the heavy cream, and we've got the sugar and the pecans and the raisins and the eggs. And now I think I'm going to spray the pan just a little bit with some pan. We're going to, because you want it to be thick. And so I got the pan sprayed. So we're going to get it all in the casserole dish. It's going to be lovely. And we're going to bake it for about 30 minutes in a 350-degree oven. Got it all mixed up and beautiful. Take a look at that. It looks delicious, doesn't it? Now we're going to get it into the casserole dish. Let's put this to the side and just get it all in here. It looks divine. Put it all in there. Look at that. Looks wonderful. Okay, put this to the side. Let's spread it in here. We're going to cook it for 30 minutes in a 350-degree oven. It's amply moist. It's going to be wonderful. And then when it's baked, we'll take it out to cool and we'll make the sauce for it, okay? So, you know, you can't have bread pudding without a sauce, without a lovely sauce on it. So we're gonna get this in the oven and then I'll get right back with you. After, let's just go ahead and put it in a 350-degree oven. Okay, it's in the oven, so in 30 minutes, I'll see you in 30 minutes and we'll get it out and we'll start on the sauce. Okay, we're back and the bread pudding timer has gone off. It's been 30 minutes, so let's see how it looks. Turn off the oven. Pull the bread pudding out. It looks magnificent. It's solidified. So it's the custard part. I just want to briefly show it to you. This is how it looks. Doesn't it look marvelous? And so we're going to make a sauce for it now. So we're going to put this over here. And the thing about bread pudding is that you have to let it set for 15 minutes because it's still real hot and you want it to set so that you get all the correct flavors. You get all the right flavors with it. So now we're going to make the sauce. I need a little saucepan. Get a little saucepan right here. And how we do this is we have a half a cup of sugar and we have a tablespoon of cornstarch. So we're going to mix the cornstarch in with the sugar. And the cornstarch is simply to thicken. It's a thickening agent. So, you know, I know a lot of people saying, well, what do you need cornstarch for? Well, you need the cornstarch because it's a thickening agent. So we're going to swirl that all together. Get that all swirled together. And we're going to get 2 tablespoons of butter. And we're going to take the butter, I've already cut it, and we're going to put it in a saucepan. We're going to turn the saucepan on a very low fire because butter burns very easily. So the ingredients for the rum sauce is a half a cup of sugar, 1 tablespoon of cornstarch, a cup of milk, and 3 tablespoons of rum. I personally like coconut rum. I use Cruising Sense coconut rum because it gives a superb flavor to everything. So we're going to let the butter melt in here. And let it melt in there. That. We're going to up the fire a little. And let the butter melt. So yeah, we're gonna put this in here. Then it's all melted, so we're gonna add the sugar and the cornstarch. So we're gonna put it right in there. And then we're gonna mix it in and we're gonna add the milk. We're gonna add the milk and let it cook down a little bit. We're going to raise the fire to like medium. Stir it all up. Going to let it cook down. We're going to let it boil, and then we're going to let it thicken up. And then at the very end, we're going to add the rum. But you don't add the rum in till the very end until it thickens. So I am going to cook it until it thickens, and then I'll get right back with you. Okay, so we're back, and I've been cooking it. So now we're going to add the 3 tablespoons of coconut rum. Because you want it to burn off a little. You don't want it too strong. So you just off the heat, you stir it up. And put this here. Oh, it smells divine. I'm going to show you what it looks like. Looks like this. I'm not going to use it all on the bread pudding because I don't want to moisten the whole thing because I might decide I want to freeze it. Because the good thing about bread pudding is that it can be frozen for up to 2 months. All you do is you put it in a foil container and wrap it up with saran wrap and then cover it with more foil, and you can keep it for 2 months. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a piece out. Get my little trusty bowl. Get me, don't want too big of a piece, but I always like the corners. So I'm going to get a corner piece. There. Get this out. Look how delicious it looks. Oh my gosh, look at that. Look at how delicious it looks. Now we're going to drizzle with the coconut rum sauce. Take a look at that. Look at how delicious that looks. Now let's get a lovely little taste and see how it is. Get a little spoon of everything in it. Now this is authentic Louisiana bread pudding with a rum sauce. So let's recap to the ingredients for the rum sauce. The rum sauce has a half a cup of sugar, a cup of milk, 1 tablespoon of cornstarch to thicken it, and 2 tablespoons of butter and 2 tablespoons of rum. This is so good. So good. And you see when you make it into pieces like that, it just falls apart and it's just so beautiful and it tastes so good. So please subscribe to my YouTube page, Kathy's Creole Kitchen. Like me on Facebook, Kathy's Creole Kitchen. And we're going to recap the ingredients for your bread pudding. You have 1 16-ounce loaf of French bread. You have 3 eggs separated, 1 cup sugar, 1 cup raisins, 1 cup pecans, and 2 cups of heavy cream. That's what it took, 2 cups of heavy cream. So I hope you enjoyed this recipe today. Please like and follow me on YouTube. Thank you so much for joining Kathy's Creole Kitchen. As always, I appreciate your viewership. Thank you so much and have a great weekend.